I'm Elena, your host for today's lesson, and today we are tackling one of the most terrifying but rewarding experiences in a new country, making friends. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button right now and press the bell icon so you never miss a daily lesson. Today, we are talking about social anxiety. When you study English in a classroom, you learn how to ask for directions or buy a train ticket. But what do you say when you walk into a room full of native speakers at a dinner party? How do you politely escape a conversation that has gone on too long? How do you sound warm, natural, and charming without translating every single thought in your head? Socializing in English requires a completely different set of vocabulary. It relies on social glue, the small, polite, and friendly phrases that make people feel comfortable around you. Today, we are going to build your social confidence from the ground up. We are going to learn 300 highly specific, culturally natural phrases used by native speakers to navigate parties, dinners, and networking events. Because this is a massive, comprehensive masterclass, we have expanded our usual format. We are covering 10 categories with 30 sentences each, 300 sentences in total. The categories are arriving and giving gifts, introducing yourself and others, the art of small talk, active listening and reacting, navigating drinks and snacks, complimenting the host and food, joining and leaving conversations, polite disagreements, making a toast, and finally, the graceful goodbye. For every single sentence, I will explain the social psychology behind it, give you a real-world example, and give you a chance to shadow me. You must say every single sentence out loud. Train your mouth to speak these words automatically, so that when the music is loud and people are talking fast, you don't freeze. Let us turn you into a social butterfly. Let us begin. Category 1. Arriving and giving gifts. These first 30 phrases are designed to get you through the front door gracefully. Hand over a present and establish a warm tone immediately. Sentence 1. Thank you so much for having me. The absolute gold standard of polite greetings when entering someone's home. Example, stepping inside and smiling. Thank you so much for having me. Repeat. Thank you so much for having me. Sentence 2. I brought a little something for you. The humble, culturally appropriate way to hand over a bottle of wine or a box of chocolates. Example, handing the bag over. I brought a little something for you. Repeat, I brought a little something for you. Sentence 3. It's just a small token of my appreciation. Downplaying the value of your gift so the host does not feel uncomfortable. Example, handing over the flowers. It's just a small token of my appreciation. Repeat, it's just a small token of my appreciation. Sentence 4. I hope you like red wine. Specifying the gift while hoping it matches their taste. Example, passing the bottle. I hope you like red wine. Repeat, I hope you like red wine. Sentence 5. You really shouldn't have. The classic polite response from the host when receiving a gift. Example, taking the wine. Oh, wow, you really shouldn't have. Repeat, you really shouldn't have. Sentence 6. Should I take my shoes off? The essential, respectful question before walking onto their carpets. Example, looking at your feet. Should I take my shoes off? Repeat, should I take my shoes off? Sentence 7. Leave them anywhere you like. The host's casual response giving you permission to relax. Example, pointing to the hallway. Leave them anywhere you like. Repeat, Leave them anywhere you like. Sentence 8. Let me take your coat. The polite offer from the host to clear your hands. Example, reaching out. Let me take your coat. Repeat, let me take your coat. Sentence 9. Your home is absolutely beautiful. The immediate compliment to make the host feel proud. Example, looking around the hallway. Your home is absolutely beautiful. Repeat, your home is absolutely beautiful. Sentence 10. I love what you've done with the place. A friendly observation acknowledging their interior design. Example, walking into the living room. I love what you've done with the place. Repeat, I love what you've done with the place. Sentence 11. Did you have any trouble finding us? The host checking if your journey was stressful. Example, closing the door. Did you have any trouble finding us? Repeat, did you have any trouble finding us? Sentence 12. The directions were perfectly clear. Reassuring the host that you arrived easily. Example, smiling. No, the directions were perfectly clear. Repeat, the directions were perfectly clear. Sentence 13. The traffic was a bit of a nightmare. A very British way to complain mildly about the roads. Example, taking off your scarf. The traffic was a bit of a nightmare. Repeat, the traffic was a bit of a nightmare. Sentence 14. Come on in and make yourself at home. The ultimate welcoming phrase from the host. Example, gesturing to the room. Come on in and make yourself at home. Repeat, come on in and make yourself at home. Sentence 15. Can I get you a drink to start? The first offer of hospitality. Example, walking toward the kitchen. Can I get you a drink to start? Repeat, can I get you a drink to start? Sentence 16. Just a glass of water for now, please. The polite refusal of alcohol when you first arrive. Example, settling into a chair. Just a glass of water for now, please. Repeat, just a glass of water for now, please. Sentence 17. I'll have whatever you are having. Matching the host's energy by accepting their preferred drink. Example, smiling. I'll have whatever you are having. Repeat, I'll have whatever you are having. Sentence 18. It smells amazing in here. Complimenting the cooking before you even see the food. Example, breathing in. Wow, it smells amazing in here. Repeat, it smells amazing in here. Sentence 19. Is there anything I can do to help? Offering your assistance in the kitchen. Example, following them in. Is there anything I can do to help? Repeat, is there anything I can do to help? Sentence 20. You are a guest. Sit down and relax. The host playfully refusing your offer to work. Example, pointing to the sofa. You are a guest. Sit down and relax. Repeat. You are a guest. Sit down and relax. Sentence 21. Just point me in the right direction. Offering to serve yourself to take the pressure off the host. Example, if you need me to chop anything, just point me in the right direction. Repeat. Just point me in the right direction. Sentence 22. Where should I put my bag? Asking for the designated space for personal items. Example, holding your purse. Where should I put my bag? Repeat. Where should I put my bag? Sentence 23. Am I the first one here? The slightly awkward realization that you are the early bird. Example, looking at the empty room. Am I the first one here? Repeat. Am I the first one here? Sentence 24. People should be arriving any minute. The host reassuring you that the party will start soon. Example. Pouring a drink. People should be arriving any minute. Repeat. People should be arriving any minute. Sentence 25. Take a seat anywhere. Giving you permission to claim a spot in the living room. Example. Gesturing to the chairs. Take a seat anywhere. Repeat. Take a seat anywhere. Sentence 26. It's so nice to finally see you. The warm greeting for a friend you haven't seen in months. Example. Hugging them. It's so nice to finally see you. Repeat. It's so nice to finally see you. Sentence 27. You look fantastic. A direct, positive compliment to boost their confidence. Example. Stepping back. You look fantastic. Repeat. You look fantastic. Sentence 28. Thanks for organizing this. Acknowledging the effort the host put into the event. Example. Taking your glass. Thanks for organizing this. Repeat. Thanks for organizing this. Sentence 29. I've been looking forward to this all week. Expressing genuine enthusiasm for the party. Example. Sitting down. I've been looking forward to this all week. Repeat. I've been looking forward to this all week. Sentence 30. Where is the bathroom? Just in case. The polite way to ask for the toilet before you actually need it. Example. Before I sit down, where is the bathroom? Just in case. Repeat. Where is the bathroom? Just in case. 30 phrases done. You have successfully arrived and set a beautiful tone. Let us move to introductions. Category 2. Introducing yourself and others. These 30 phrases will help you navigate the awkwardness of meeting strangers, remembering names, and connecting people. Sentence 31. I don't think we've formally met. The most polite way to introduce yourself to someone standing near you. Example. Holding out your hand. I don't think we've formally met. I'm Elena. Repeat. I don't think we've formally met. Sentence 32. I'm a friend of the host. Establishing your connection to the party immediately. Example. Shaking hands. I'm a friend of the host. Repeat. I'm a friend of the host. Sentence 33. How do you know everyone here? The absolute best question to ask a stranger at a party. Example. Looking around the room. How do you know everyone here? Repeat. How do you know everyone here? Sentence 34. We work together. The simple explanation of a professional relationship. Example. Pointing to the host. We work together. Repeat. We work together. Sentence 35. We go way back. A casual English idiom meaning we have been friends for a very long time. Example. Laughing. Oh, we go way back. Repeat. We go way back. Sentence 36. Let me introduce you to someone. The host stepping in to connect two lonely guests. Example. Grabbing your arm softly. Let me introduce you to someone. Repeat. Let me introduce you to someone. Sentence 37. I'd love you to meet my husband. Bringing your partner into a conversation. Example. Turning to your side. I'd love you to meet my husband. Repeat. I'd love you to meet my husband. Sentence 38. Have you two met before? Checking if two people already know each other. Example. Looking between them. Have you two met before? Repeat. Have you two met before? Sentence 39. I've heard so much about you. A flattering phrase that shows the host talks about this person warmly. Example, smiling brightly. I've heard so much about you. Repeat. I've heard so much about you. Sentence 40. All good things, I hope. The classic, slightly self-deprecating joke used in response to the previous phrase. Example, laughing. All good things, I hope. Repeat. All good things, I hope. Sentence 41. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. The polite apology when you forget someone's name. Example, touching your forehead. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. Repeat. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. Sentence 42. Could you remind me of your name? The gentle way to ask for their name a second time. Example, leaning in. Sorry, could you remind me of your name? Repeat. Could you remind me of your name? Sentence 43. It's lovely to meet you. The standard polite response to an introduction. Example, shaking their hand. It's lovely to meet you. Repeat. It's lovely to meet you. Sentence 44. The pleasure is mine. A slightly more formal, charming response to a greeting. Example, nodding. The pleasure is mine. Repeat. The pleasure is mine. Sentence 45. What line of work are you in? A slightly softer way of asking, what do you do for a job? Example, taking a sip of wine. What line of work are you in? Repeat. What line of work are you in? Sentence 46. I work in marketing. Giving a short, open answer to invite more questions. Example, smiling. I work in marketing. Repeat. I work in marketing. Sentence 47. That sounds incredibly stressful. Empathizing with their difficult job. Example, raising your eyebrows. That sounds incredibly stressful. Repeat. That sounds incredibly stressful. Sentence 48. It pays the bills. A humble, dismissive joke when you don't want to talk about your job. Example, shrugging. Well, it pays the bills. Repeat. It pays the bills. Sentence 49. Do you live locally? Asking if they are from the neighborhood. Example, I haven't seen you before. Do you live locally? Repeat. Do you live locally? Sentence 50. I'm originally from Spain. Sharing your background with pride. Example, I live here now, but I'm originally from Spain. Repeat. I'm originally from Spain. Sentence 51. What brought you over here? Asking why they moved to the country. Example, that's a big move. What brought you over here? Repeat. What brought you over here? Sentence 52. You have a lovely accent. A polite compliment that opens the door to talk about languages. Example, listening closely. You have a lovely accent. Repeat. You have a lovely accent. Sentence 53. I'm still working on my English. The humble admission that you are a learner. Example, laughing gently. Thank you. I'm still working on my English. Repeat. I am still working on my English. Sentence 54. You speak it beautifully. The reassuring compliment every learner wants to hear. Example, waving your hand. Nonsense. You speak it beautifully. Repeat. You speak it beautifully. Sentence 55. Let's grab a drink and catch up. Moving the conversation to the kitchen area. Example, patting their shoulder. Let's grab a drink and catch up. Repeat. Let's grab a drink and catch up. Sentence 56. I don't want to interrupt. The polite opening when joining an ongoing conversation. Example, standing at the edge of the circle. I don't want to interrupt. Repeat, I don't want to interrupt. Sentence 57. Please join us. The welcoming phrase to pull a newcomer into the circle. Example, making space. Please join us. Repeat, please join us. Sentence 58. We were just talking about the weather. Catching the newcomer up on the topic. Example, smiling. We were just talking about the weather. Repeat, we were just talking about the weather. Sentence 59. This is my +1. Introducing the guest you brought to the party. Example, gesturing to your friend. This is my +1. Repeat, this is my +1. Sentence 60. Make sure you introduce yourself to everyone. The host encouraging you to mingle. Example, pointing to the crowd. Make sure you introduce yourself to everyone. Repeat, make sure you introduce yourself to everyone. 60 phrases down. You are working the room perfectly. Let us master the art of small talk. Category 3. The art of small talk. These 30 phrases are the low-stakes, comfortable questions that fill the silence and build rapport. Sentence 61. How has your week been? The standard open-ended check-in. Example, taking a seat. So, how has your week been? Repeat, how has your week been? Sentence 62. It's been non-stop. Explaining that you have been incredibly busy. Example, sighing. Honestly, it's been non-stop. Repeat, it's been non-stop. Sentence 63. Just surviving until the weekend. The relatable, tired professional's joke. Example, laughing. Just surviving until the weekend. Repeat, just surviving until the weekend. Sentence 64. Did you catch the match last night? Asking about a major sporting event to find common ground. Example, looking at the television. Did you catch the match last night? Repeat, did you catch the match last night? Sentence 65. I'm not really a football fan. Politely closing down a sports topic. Example, shaking your head. I'm not really a football fan. Repeat, I'm not really a football fan. Sentence 66. What do you like to do in your spare time? Moving the conversation away from work. Example, when you aren't in the office, what do you like to do in your spare time? Repeat, what do you like to do in your spare time? Sentence 67. I'm a bit of a bookworm. Confessing a quiet, intellectual hobby. Example, smiling. I'm a bit of a bookworm. Repeat, I'm a bit of a bookworm. Sentence 68. Have you read anything good lately? The natural follow-up question about books. Example, leaning forward. Have you read anything good lately? Repeat, have you read anything good lately? Sentence 69. Did you see the news today? Introducing a current event to the conversation. Example, taking a sip of your drink. Did you see the news today? Repeat, did you see the news today? Sentence 70. I try to avoid the news. It's too depressing. A humorous way to deflect heavy political topics at a party. Example, shaking your head. I try to avoid the news. It's too depressing. Repeat, I try to avoid the news. It's too depressing. Sentence 71. Can you believe this weather? The ultimate, deeply embedded cultural small talk of the English-speaking world. Example, looking out the window. Can you believe this weather? Repeat. Can you believe this weather? Sentence 72. It's absolutely freezing out there. Complaining about the cold to build solidarity. Example, rubbing your arms. It's absolutely freezing out there. Repeat. It's absolutely freezing out there. Sentence 73. I think summer is finally here. The optimistic statement when the sun comes out. Example, smiling. I think summer is finally here. Repeat. I think summer is finally here. Sentence 74. Have you got any holidays planned? Asking about future travel to keep the mood light and happy. Example, looking at them. Have you got any holidays planned? Repeat. Have you got any holidays planned? Sentence 75. We're heading to Italy next month. Sharing your exciting travel plans. Example, nodding. Yes, we're heading to Italy next month. Repeat. We're heading to Italy next month. Sentence 76. I'm incredibly jealous. A polite, friendly way to show admiration for their plans. Example, wow, I'm incredibly jealous. Repeat. I'm incredibly jealous. Sentence 77. Are you a cat person or a dog person? A playful question that always sparks a debate. Example, petting the host's dog. Are you a cat person or a dog person? Repeat. Are you a cat person or a dog person? Sentence 78. Have you seen that new show on Netflix? Pivoting to television to find a shared interest. Example, speaking of TV, have you seen that new show on Netflix? Repeat. Have you seen that new show on Netflix? Sentence 79. No spoilers. I haven't finished it yet. The frantic warning when someone starts talking about a show you are watching. Example, holding up your hands. No spoilers. I haven't finished it yet. Repeat. No spoilers. I haven't finished it yet. Sentence 80. I completely binge-watched it. Admitting that you watched the entire series in one weekend. Example, laughing. I completely binge-watched it. Repeat. I completely binge-watched it. Sentence 81. The ending was so disappointing. Sharing a strong but safe opinion on pop culture. Example, shaking your head. The ending was so disappointing. Repeat. The ending was so disappointing. Sentence 82. What kind of music are you into? Exploring their artistic tastes. Example, listening to the background track. What kind of music are you into? Repeat. What kind of music are you into? Sentence 83. I listen to a bit of everything. The safe, non-committal answer when you don't want to list bands. Example, shrugging. I listen to a bit of everything. Repeat. I listen to a bit of everything. Sentence 84. Have you tried that new restaurant in town? Bringing the topic to local food. Example, looking at your plate. Have you tried that new restaurant in town? Repeat. Have you tried that new restaurant in town? Sentence 85. It's impossible to get a reservation. Complaining mildly about the popularity of a venue. Example, sighing. It's impossible to get a reservation. Repeat. It's impossible to get a reservation. Sentence 86. I highly recommend it. Giving your personal endorsement for an experience. Example, nodding. I highly recommend it. Repeat. I highly recommend it. Sentence 87. I'll have to add that to my list. Politely accepting their recommendation. Example, taking out your phone. I'll have to add that to my list. Repeat. I'll have to add that to my list. Sentence 88. It's a small world. The phrase used when you discover you have a mutual connection. Example, you know Sarah too? It's a small world. Repeat. It's a small world. Sentence 89. Time flies, doesn't it? A philosophical but safe observation about aging or how fast the year is going. Example, it's almost Christmas. Time flies, doesn't it? Repeat. Time flies, doesn't it? Sentence 90. You can say that again. The conversational idiom meaning I completely agree with you. Example, nodding firmly. You can say that again. Repeat. You can say that again. 90 phrases complete. You are chatting naturally and smoothly. Let us focus on being a great listener. Category 4. Active listening and reacting. These 30 phrases are the tiny, vital sentences that show you are paying attention without interrupting their story. Sentence 91. Really? The simplest way to show surprise and prompt them to continue. Example, raising your eyebrows. Really? Repeat. Really? Sentence 92. You're joking. Expressing disbelief in a friendly, engaging way. Example, shaking your head. You're joking. Repeat. You're joking. Sentence 93. No way. The slightly more informal expression of shock. Example, laughing. No way. Repeat. No way. Sentence 94. That's incredible. Offering high praise for a positive story. Example, smiling. Wow, that's incredible. Repeat. That's incredible. Sentence 95. That sounds awful. Offering deep sympathy for a negative story. Example, frowning slightly. Oh, that sounds awful. Repeat. That sounds awful. Sentence 96. What a nightmare. Validating their frustration when they complain about something. Example, nodding. What a nightmare. Repeat. What a nightmare. Sentence 97. So what happened next? The perfect prompt to keep them talking when they pause. Example, leaning in. So what happened next? Repeat. So what happened next? Sentence 98. I completely agree with you. Validating their opinion strongly. Example, nodding your head. I completely agree with you. Repeat. I completely agree with you. Sentence 99. That makes total sense. Reassuring them that their logic is sound. Example, yes, that makes total sense. Repeat. That makes total sense. Sentence 100. I've never thought about it like that. A wonderful compliment that makes the speaker feel intelligent. Example, looking thoughtful. I've never thought about it like that. Repeat. I've never thought about it like that. Sentence 101. Tell me more about that. Inviting them to dive deeper into a subject they clearly enjoy. Example, smiling. Tell me more about that. Repeat. Tell me more about that. Sentence 102. That must have been so difficult. Showing deep empathy for a personal struggle. Example, lowering your voice. That must have been so difficult. Repeat. That must have been so difficult. Sentence 103. How did you manage that? Asking for the mechanics of their success. Example, looking impressed. How did you manage that? Repeat. How did you manage that? Sentence 104. I don't blame you. Validating a slightly controversial action or feeling they had. Example, shrugging. Honestly, I don't blame you. Repeat. I don't blame you. Sentence 105. I would have done exactly the same thing. Reassuring them that their reaction was normal. Example, nodding firmly. I would have done exactly the same thing. Repeat. I would have done exactly the same thing. Sentence 106. Fair enough. A brilliant British phrase meaning I accept your point even if I don't fully agree. Example, nodding. Fair enough. Repeat. Fair enough. Sentence 107. Spot on. An enthusiastic agreement meaning absolutely correct. Example, pointing at them. Spot on. Repeat. Spot on. Sentence 108. I know exactly what you mean. Building solidarity through shared experience. Example, smiling. I know exactly what you mean. Repeat. I know exactly what you mean. Sentence 109. You poor thing. A maternal, affectionate expression of sympathy. Example, patting their arm. Oh, you poor thing. Repeat. You poor thing. Sentence 110. Good for you. Praising them for standing up for themselves or achieving a goal. Example, smiling proudly. Good for you. Repeat. Good for you. Sentence 111. That's a good point. Acknowledging the validity of their argument. Example, nodding slowly. That's a good point. Repeat. That's a good point. Sentence 112. It's funny you should say that. The perfect transition when you have a similar story to tell. Example, laughing. It's funny you should say that. Repeat. It's funny you should say that. Sentence 113. I had a very similar experience. Preparing to share your own anecdote. Example, leaning back. I had a very similar experience. Repeat. I had a very similar experience. Sentence 114. To be honest, the classic phrase used before delivering a frank or slightly controversial opinion. Example, lowering your voice. To be honest. Repeat. To be honest. Sentence 115. Off the record. Warning them that the next thing you say is a secret. Example, looking around. Off the record. Repeat. Off the record. Sentence 116. Keep this between us. A direct instruction not to repeat the gossip. Example, whispering. Keep this between us. Repeat. Keep this between us. Sentence 117. My lips are sealed. Promising that you will not tell anyone their secret. Example, miming zipping your mouth. My lips are sealed. Repeat. My lips are sealed. Sentence 118. I couldn't agree more. The strongest possible statement of alignment. Example, nodding enthusiastically. I couldn't agree more. Repeat. I couldn't agree more. Sentence 119. What a relief. Reacting to the positive resolution of a stressful story. Example, sighing. What a relief. Repeat, what a relief. Sentence 120. Let's hope for the best. The optimistic conclusion to a worrying conversation. Example, shrugging. Well, let's hope for the best. Repeat, let's hope for the best. 120 phrases down. You are a master listener. Let us navigate the food and drinks. Category 5. Navigating drinks and snacks. These 30 phrases are essential for hovering around the kitchen, accepting hospitality, and politely declining things you don't want. Sentence 121. Can I top up your glass? The host offering to pour more wine into your half-empty glass. Example, holding the bottle. Can I top up your glass? Repeat, can I top up your glass? Sentence 122. Just a splash, please. Asking for a very small amount of liquid. Example, holding your glass out. Just a splash, please. Repeat, just a splash, please. Sentence 123. Say when. The person pouring asking you to tell them when to stop. Example, pouring the wine. Say when. Repeat, say when. Sentence 124. When. The traditional, slightly humorous response to stop the pouring. Example, watching the liquid rise. When. Repeat, when. Sentence 125. I'm driving tonight. The universally respected excuse for refusing alcohol. Example, covering your glass. No thanks. I'm driving tonight. Repeat, I'm driving tonight. Sentence 126. I've got an early start tomorrow. Another polite excuse to avoid heavy drinking. Example, shaking your head. I've got an early start tomorrow. Repeat, I've got an early start tomorrow. Sentence 127. I think I'll stick to water. Deciding to stop drinking alcohol for the evening. Example, putting the wine down. I think I'll stick to water. Repeat, I think I'll stick to water. Sentence 128. Where is the bottle opener? Searching for the tool to open your beer. Example, looking in the drawer. Where is the bottle opener? Repeat, where is the bottle opener? Sentence 129. Would anyone like a cup of tea? The ultimate British comfort offer at the end of a party. Example, walking to the kettle. Would anyone like a cup of tea? Repeat, would anyone like a cup of tea? Sentence 130. I would love a cup of tea. Accepting the offer enthusiastically. Example, smiling. I would love a cup of tea. Repeat, I would love a cup of tea. Sentence 131. How do you take it? Asking how much milk and sugar they want in their hot drink. Example, holding the mug. How do you take it? Repeat, how do you take it? Sentence 132. White with 1 sugar, please. The specific instruction for milk and a single spoon of sugar. Example, nodding. White with 1 sugar, please. Repeat, white with 1 sugar, please. Sentence 133. These snacks are dangerously good. A huge compliment, meaning you cannot stop eating them. Example, reaching for another crisp. These snacks are dangerously good. Repeat, these snacks are dangerously good. Sentence 134. I shouldn't, but I will. The playful guilt when taking a piece of cake. Example, Looking at the dessert. I shouldn't, but I will. Repeat. I shouldn't, but I will. Sentence 135. Did you make this from scratch? Asking the host if they cooked it themselves or bought it. Example. Tasting the dip. Wow, did you make this from scratch? Repeat. Did you make this from scratch? Sentence 136. I must get the recipe from you. The highest compliment you can give a home cook. Example. Finishing the plate. I must get the recipe from you. Repeat. I must get the recipe from you. Sentence 137. I'm strictly vegetarian. Politely informing the host of your dietary requirements. Example. Looking at the meat platter. Sorry, I'm strictly vegetarian. Repeat. I'm strictly vegetarian. Sentence 138. I have a slight allergy to nuts. Giving a medical reason for avoiding a dish. Example. Pointing to the salad. I have a slight allergy to nuts. Repeat. I have a slight allergy to nuts. Sentence 139. Please don't go to any trouble for me. Trying to stop the host from cooking something special just for you. Example. Waving your hand. Please don't go to any trouble for me. Repeat. Please don't go to any trouble for me. Sentence 140. I am absolutely stuffed. The informal way to say you are entirely full and cannot eat another bite. Example. Leaning back in your chair. I am absolutely stuffed. Repeat. I am absolutely stuffed. Sentence 141. I couldn't eat another bite. Reinforcing that you are finished eating. Example. Holding your stomach. I couldn't eat another bite. Repeat. I couldn't eat another bite. Sentence 142. Let me help you clear the plates. Offering to do the physical work of cleaning up. Example. Standing up. Let me help you clear the plates. Repeat. Let me help you clear the plates. Sentence 143. Leave them in the sink. The host telling you not to worry about washing up. Example. Taking the plate. Leave them in the sink. Repeat. Leave them in the sink. Sentence 144. We'll sort the washing up tomorrow. The host deciding to abandon the chores and enjoy the party. Example. Closing the kitchen door. We'll sort the washing up tomorrow. Repeat. We'll sort the washing up tomorrow. Sentence 145. Are you sure I can't help? Pressing the issue one more time to be polite. Example. Standing awkwardly. Are you sure I can't help? Repeat. Are you sure I can't help? Sentence 146. Who needs a refill? Offering to get drinks for the group. Example. Holding up the empty bottle. Who needs a refill? Repeat. Who needs a refill? Sentence 147. I'm good for now, thanks. Declining the refill politely. Example. Covering your glass. I'm good for now, thanks. Repeat. I'm good for now, thanks. Sentence 148. Let's move through to the living room. The host migrating the party away from the dining table. Example, clapping hands. Let's move through to the living room. Repeat. Let's move through to the living room. Sentence 149. Mind your head. Warning a guest about a low door frame. Example, pointing up. Careful. Mind your head. Repeat. Mind your head. Sentence 150. Make sure you take some leftovers home. The host offering you the remaining food in a plastic container. Example, opening the fridge. Make sure you take some leftovers home. Repeat. Make sure you take some leftovers home. Category 6. Complimenting the host and the ambiance. These 30 phrases are designed to make the person who invited you feel incredibly appreciated and proud of their event. Sentence 151. You are such a wonderful host. The ultimate compliment to validate all their hard work. Example, touching their arm. Truly, you are such a wonderful host. Repeat. You are such a wonderful host. Sentence 152. Everything is absolutely perfect. A sweeping compliment that covers the food, the drinks, and the atmosphere. Example, looking around the room. Everything is absolutely perfect. Repeat. Everything is absolutely perfect. Sentence 153. You have such a great eye for design. Complimenting their taste in furniture and decor. Example, admiring the living room. You have such a great eye for design. Repeat. You have such a great eye for design. Sentence 154. Where did you get this? Showing genuine interest in a piece of art or furniture. Example, pointing to the lamp. Where did you get this? Repeat. Where did you get this? Sentence 155. The food was out of this world. An enthusiastic English idiom meaning incredibly delicious. Example, putting your napkin down. The food was out of this world. Repeat. The food was out of this world. Sentence 156. I need to hire you as my personal chef. A playful, highly flattering joke about their cooking. Example, laughing. I need to hire you as my personal chef. Repeat. I need to hire you as my personal chef. Sentence 157. You throw the best parties. Establishing their reputation as an amazing host. Example, holding your glass up. You throw the best parties. Repeat. You throw the best parties. Sentence 158. I love the playlist. Complimenting the background music they chose. Example, tapping your foot. I love the playlist. Repeat. I love the playlist. Sentence 159. The lighting in here is so cozy. Observing the warm atmosphere of the room. Example, looking around. The lighting in here is so cozy. Repeat. The lighting in here is so cozy. Sentence 160. You have a beautiful family. The warmest compliment you can give a parent in their home. Example, looking at the photos on the wall. You have a beautiful family. Repeat. You have a beautiful family. Sentence 161. How do you manage to do it all? A flattering question expressing awe at their hosting skills. Example, you made everything from scratch. How do you manage to do it all? Repeat, how do you manage to do it all? Sentence 162. This is exactly what I needed tonight. Explaining that their party has cured your bad week. Example, sighing happily. This is exactly what I needed tonight. Repeat, this is exactly what I needed tonight. Sentence 163. I feel so relaxed here. The highest compliment for a host who wants their guests to feel at home. Example, leaning back into the sofa. I feel so relaxed here. Repeat, I feel so relaxed here. Sentence 164. You always make everyone feel so welcome. Praising their emotional intelligence and warmth. Example, smiling at them. You always make everyone feel so welcome. Repeat, you always make everyone feel so welcome. Sentence 165. The table looks stunning. Complimenting the presentation before you sit down to eat. Example, approaching the dining area. Wow, the table looks stunning. Repeat, the table looks stunning. Sentence 166. You must give me the recipe for this dessert. Demanding the cooking instructions as a form of high praise. Example, eating the last bite. You must give me the recipe for this dessert. Repeat, you must give me the recipe for this dessert. Sentence 167. I could sit here all night. Expressing deep comfort and reluctance to leave. Example, looking at the fire. Honestly, I could sit here all night. Repeat, I could sit here all night. Sentence 168. What a beautiful garden. Praising their outdoor space if the party moves outside. Example, stepping onto the patio. What a beautiful garden. Repeat, what a beautiful garden. Sentence 169. You have completely outdone yourself. An idiom meaning they have performed better than ever before. Example, shaking your head in amazement. You have completely outdone yourself. Repeat, you have completely outdone yourself. Sentence 170. Every little detail is perfect. Acknowledging the small touches they added to the event. Example, looking at the napkins. Every little detail is perfect. Repeat, every little detail is perfect. Sentence 171. I am having such a lovely time. The standard check-in phrase to reassure the host. Example, catching their eye. I am having such a lovely time. Repeat, I am having such a lovely time. Sentence 172. It is such a great group of people. Complimenting their ability to curate a guest list. Example, looking around the room. It is such a great group of people. Repeat, it is such a great group of people. Sentence 173. Thank you for bringing us all together. Acknowledging the effort it takes to organize friends. Example, raising your glass slightly. Thank you for bringing us all together. Repeat, thank you for bringing us all together. Sentence 174. I always love coming to your house. reaffirming your long-term appreciation for their hospitality. Example, smiling warmly. I always love coming to your house. Repeat, I always love coming to your house. Sentence 175. This dip is incredibly addictive. A casual, enthusiastic compliment for party food. Example, reaching for another cracker. This dip is incredibly addictive. Repeat, this dip is incredibly addictive. Sentence 176. You make hosting look so effortless, praising them for hiding the stress of throwing a party. Example, watching them pour drinks. You make hosting look so effortless. Repeat, you make hosting look so effortless. Sentence 177. This is my favorite kind of evening. Validating the specific style of the gathering. Example, good food and good wine. This is my favorite kind of evening. Repeat, this is my favorite kind of evening. Sentence 178. I am so glad I came. Expressing joy that you didn't stay home. Example, nodding. I am so glad I came. Repeat, I am so glad I came. Sentence 179. You really know how to put on a spread. A British idiom praising a large amount of delicious food. Example, looking at the buffet, you really know how to put on a spread. Repeat, you really know how to put on a spread. Sentence 180. I feel thoroughly spoiled. The ultimate summary of a generous host. Example, patting your stomach. I feel thoroughly spoiled. Repeat, I feel thoroughly spoiled. 180 phrases down. Let us navigate the trickiest part of socializing, joining and leaving groups. Category 7. Joining and leaving conversations. These 30 phrases are the polite escapes, the smooth entries, and the graceful transitions you need to mingle without awkwardness. Sentence 181. Is there room for one more? The polite question to ask when approaching a circle of people. Example, smiling at the group. Is there room for one more? Repeat, is there room for one more? Sentence 182. What are we talking about? The casual entry phrase once you have joined the circle. Example, standing with your drink. So, what are we talking about? Repeat, what are we talking about? Sentence 183. Mind if I join you? A slightly more direct way to enter a conversation. Example, pointing to the empty chair. Mind if I join you? Repeat, mind if I join you? Sentence 184. I heard you mentioning the new film. Using a keyword you overheard to justify joining the group. Example, sorry to eavesdrop, but I heard you mentioning the new film. Repeat, I heard you mentioning the new film. Sentence 185. I don't mean to intrude, but the classic polite British apology before entering a discussion. Example, stepping forward. I don't mean to intrude, but I completely agree. Repeat, I don't mean to intrude, but... Sentence 186. I'm just going to grab another drink. The ultimate, universally accepted excuse to leave a boring conversation. Example, pointing to your empty glass. I'm just going to grab another drink. Repeat, I'm just going to grab another drink. Sentence 187. I need to quickly use the facilities. A polite, slightly formal way to say you are going to the bathroom. Example, excuse me for a moment. I need to quickly use the facilities. Repeat. I need to quickly use the facilities. Sentence 188. Let me go and mingle for a bit. The honest, confident excuse to break away and talk to other people. Example. Smiling warmly. Let me go and mingle for a bit. Repeat. Let me go and mingle for a bit. Sentence 189. I haven't said hello to the host yet. Using social obligation as a polite escape route. Example. Looking toward the kitchen. I haven't said hello to the host yet. Repeat. I haven't said hello to the host yet. Sentence 190. It was so lovely chatting with you. The polite concluding sentence before you walk away. Example. Shaking their hand. It was so lovely chatting with you. Repeat. It was so lovely chatting with you. Sentence 191. We will catch up properly later. Promising to resume the conversation at another time. Example. Waving slightly. We will catch up properly later. Repeat. We will catch up properly later. Sentence 192. Don't let me keep you. A polite way to end the conversation by pretending you are doing them a favor. Example. Stepping back. Anyway, don't let me keep you. Repeat. Don't let me keep you. Sentence 193. I should probably go and check on my partner. Using your spouse or friend as an excuse to leave. Example. Looking across the room. I should probably go and check on my partner. Repeat. I should probably go and check on my partner. Sentence 194. I'll let you get back to your conversation. The polite exit when you have temporarily interrupted someone. Example. Smiling. I'll let you get back to your conversation. Repeat. I'll let you get back to your conversation. Sentence 195. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. Pausing a conversation with the intention of returning immediately. Example. My phone is ringing. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. Repeat. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. Sentence 196. Have you met my colleague? Bringing someone else into the conversation so you can slip away. Example. Pulling someone over. Have you met my colleague? Repeat. Have you met my colleague? Sentence 197. I'm going to step outside for some fresh air. The perfect excuse when the room is too loud or hot. Example. Fanning yourself. I'm going to step outside for some fresh air. Repeat. I'm going to step outside for some fresh air. Sentence 198. I see a friend I need to catch. Pointing across the room to justify your departure. Example. Oh, look, I see a friend I need to catch. Repeat. I see a friend I need to catch. Sentence 199. Excuse me for just 1 second. The rapid, urgent exit when you need to leave immediately. Example. Touching their arm. Excuse me for just 1 second. Repeat. Excuse me for just 1 second. Sentence 200. I'll leave you two to it. The graceful exit when you realize two people want to speak privately. Example. Backing away, smiling. I'll leave you two to it. Repeat. I'll leave you two to it. Sentence 201. I don't want to monopolize your time. A highly polite way to end a long chat with the host. Example. You have other guests. I don't want to monopolize your time. Repeat. I don't want to monopolize your time. Sentence 202. Let's exchange numbers before we leave. Securing contact details after a good conversation. Example, taking out your phone. Let's exchange numbers before we leave. Repeat, let's exchange numbers before we leave. Sentence 203. Are you on LinkedIn? The modern, professional way to stay in touch after a networking event. Example, this has been great. Are you on LinkedIn? Repeat, are you on LinkedIn? Sentence 204. Feel free to pull up a chair. Inviting a hovering guest to sit down with your group. Example, pointing to the seat. Feel free to pull up a chair. Repeat, feel free to pull up a chair. Sentence 205. As I was saying. The phrase used to seamlessly resume a story after an interruption. Example, turning back. Anyway, as I was saying. Repeat, as I was saying. Sentence 206. Sorry, you were saying? Prompting the other person to finish their sentence after a distraction. Example, the music got loud. Sorry, you were saying? Repeat, sorry, you were saying? Sentence 207. I'll let you mingle. The casual release allowing the other person to walk away. Example, smiling. I'll let you mingle. Repeat, I'll let you mingle. Sentence 208. Have a wander around. Encouraging a newcomer to explore the party. Example, get a drink and have a wander around. Repeat, have a wander around. Sentence 209. I'm just doing the rounds. Explaining that you are briefly saying hello to everyone. Example, moving through the room. Just doing the rounds. Repeat, I'm just doing the rounds. Sentence 210. I'll catch you before I leave. Promising a final goodbye later in the evening. Example, waving. I'll catch you before I leave. Repeat, I'll catch you before I leave. 210 phrases complete. Let us deal with the awkward moments. Polite disagreements. Category 8. Polite disagreements and deflections. These 30 phrases are the diplomatic shields you need when the conversation turns to politics, controversial opinions, or uncomfortable debates. Sentence 211. That is an interesting perspective. The ultimate diplomatic phrase when you completely disagree but want to remain polite. Example, nodding slowly. That is an interesting perspective. Repeat, that is an interesting perspective. Sentence 212. I see where you are coming from. Validating their logic without agreeing with their conclusion. Example, leaning back. I see where you are coming from, but... Repeat, I see where you are coming from. Sentence 213. I suppose we will have to agree to disagree. The classic English mechanism for peacefully ending a debate. Example, smiling. I suppose we will have to agree to disagree. Repeat, I suppose we will have to agree to disagree. Sentence 214. I'm not so sure about that. A very gentle, non-aggressive way to challenge a statement. Example, shaking your head slightly. I'm not so sure about that. Repeat, I'm not so sure about that. Sentence 215. Let's not get into politics tonight. The firm boundary used to shut down a controversial topic at a party. Example, raising your glass. Let's not get into politics tonight. Repeat, let's not get into politics tonight. Sentence 216. I prefer to stay out of it. refusing to take a side in an argument or gossip. Example, holding your hands up. I prefer to stay out of it. Repeat, I prefer to stay out of it. Sentence 217. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. The safe, neutral conclusion to a tense discussion. Example, shrugging. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Repeat, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Sentence 218. I haven't really read up on it enough to say. The smart excuse to avoid giving an opinion on a complex news story. Example, honestly, I haven't really read up on it enough to say. Repeat, I haven't really read up on it enough to say. Sentence 219. I look at it a slightly different way. The polite introduction before delivering your opposing argument. Example, interesting. I look at it a slightly different way. Repeat, I look at it a slightly different way. Sentence 220. That's one way of looking at it. A subtle, polite brush-off for an opinion you find ridiculous. Example, raising an eyebrow. That's one way of looking at it. Repeat, that's one way of looking at it. Sentence 221. Let's change the subject. The direct command to move away from an uncomfortable topic. Example, laughing nervously. Anyway, let's change the subject. Repeat, let's change the subject. Sentence 222. I think there is a middle ground. Attempting to mediate a disagreement between two other guests. Example, stepping in. I think there is a middle ground. Repeat, I think there is a middle ground. Sentence 223. To play devil's advocate for a moment. Introducing a counter-argument hypothetically to soften the blow. Example, just to play devil's advocate for a moment, what if they are right? Repeat, to play devil's advocate for a moment. Sentence 224. I don't want to get into a debate. Stating your boundary clearly before walking away. Example, smiling. I don't want to get into a debate about this. Repeat, I don't want to get into a debate. Sentence 225. That's a bit of a sweeping statement. Challenging a massive generalization without calling the person a liar. Example, frowning. That's a bit of a sweeping statement. Repeat, that's a bit of a sweeping statement. Sentence 226. I take your point. Acknowledging their argument before dismissing it. Example, nodding. I take your point, but I still disagree. Repeat, I take your point. Sentence 227. Let's keep things light tonight. Reminding the group that a party is for having fun. Example, pouring more wine. Let's keep things light tonight. Repeat, let's keep things light tonight. Sentence 228. I'm playing the fifth on that one. A playful American idiom meaning you refuse to answer the question. Example, laughing. I'm playing the fifth on that one. Repeat, I'm playing the fifth on that one. Sentence 229. I wouldn't go quite that far. Pulling back someone's extreme opinion to a more moderate stance. Example, shaking your head. I wouldn't go quite that far. Repeat, I wouldn't go quite that far. Sentence 230. I think we are talking about two different things. Clearing up a misunderstanding before it becomes an argument. Example, wait, I think we are talking about two different things. Repeat. I think we are talking about two different things. Sentence 231. Let's drop it. A firm, final request to end the conversation. Example. Looking at them. Please. Let's drop it. Repeat. Let's drop it. Sentence 232. I'd rather not say. The polite refusal to answer a highly personal question. Example. Looking away. I'd rather not say. Repeat. I'd rather not say. Sentence 233. It's complicated. The two-word shield against prying questions about your relationships or job. Example. Sighing. Honestly, it's complicated. Repeat. It's complicated. Sentence 234. Let's focus on the positive, shifting the group away from complaining. Example. Smiling. Let's focus on the positive. Repeat. Let's focus on the positive. Sentence 235. We are getting a bit heavy for a Friday night. A humorous reminder of the time and place. Example. Laughing. We are getting a bit heavy for a Friday night. Repeat. We are getting a bit heavy for a Friday night. Sentence 236. I'm sure it will all work out. A dismissive but comforting platitude to end a stressful topic. Example. Shrugging. I'm sure it will all work out. Repeat. I'm sure it will all work out. Sentence 237. Let's not ruin a good dinner. The ultimate host phrase to stop an argument at the table. Example. Tapping your glass. Let's not ruin a good dinner. Repeat. Let's not ruin a good dinner. Sentence 238. I respect your opinion. The polite cushion used before completely destroying their argument. Example. Nodding. I respect your opinion. However. Repeat. I respect your opinion. Sentence 239. I think it's a matter of personal preference. Downgrading a factual debate into a matter of taste. Example. Shrugging. I think it's a matter of personal preference. Repeat. I think it's a matter of personal preference. Sentence 240. Let's move on, shall we? The British transition used to completely shut the door on a topic. Example. Clapping hands together. Let's move on, shall we? Repeat. Let's move on, shall we? 240 phrases done. You can survive any dinner table debate. Let us raise a glass. Category 9. Making a toast and celebrating. These 30 phrases are for those magical moments when glasses are raised, speeches are made, and joy is shared. Sentence 241. I'd like to propose a toast. The formal announcement that you are about to speak to the whole room. Example. Tapping your glass with a spoon. I'd like to propose a toast. Repeat. I'd like to propose a toast. Sentence 242. Could I have everyone's attention for a moment? The polite way to quiet a crowded room. Example. Standing up. Could I have everyone's attention for a moment? Repeat. Could I have everyone's attention for a moment? Sentence 243. Here's to the beautiful couple. The classic opening for a wedding or anniversary toast. Example. Raising your glass high. Here's to the beautiful couple. Repeat. Here's to the beautiful couple. Sentence 244. To good health and happiness. The universal, elegant toast suitable for any occasion. Example. Clinking glasses. To good health and happiness. Repeat. To good health and happiness. Sentence 245. Thank you all for being here tonight. The host acknowledging the presence of their loved ones. Example. Smiling at the table. Thank you all for being here tonight. Repeat. Thank you all for being here tonight. Sentence 246. Let's raise a glass to our incredible host, honoring the person who cooked the food and organized the night. Example. Standing up. Let's raise a glass to our incredible host. Repeat. Let's raise a glass to our incredible host. Sentence 247. Cheers, everyone. The most common casual toast in the English-speaking world. Example. Reaching across the table. Cheers, everyone. Repeat. Cheers, everyone. Sentence 248. Bottoms up. A highly informal, playful instruction to drink the entire glass. Example. Laughing. Bottoms up. Repeat. Bottoms up. Sentence 249. Here's to a successful year ahead. A professional toast suitable for a work dinner. Example. Nodding to colleagues. Here's to a successful year ahead. Repeat. Here's to a successful year ahead. Sentence 250. We are so proud of everything you have achieved. The emotional core of a graduation or promotion speech. Example. Looking at the guest of honor. We are so proud of everything you have achieved. Repeat. We are so proud of everything you have achieved. Sentence 251. May your glass always be full. A traditional poetic blessing. Example. Smiling. May your glass always be full. Repeat. May your glass always be full. Sentence 252. Here's to new beginnings. The perfect toast for a housewarming party or a new job. Example. Clinking glasses. Here's to new beginnings. Repeat. Here's to new beginnings. Sentence 253. I won't keep you long. The promise every good speechmaker makes at the beginning of their toast. Example. Don't worry, I won't keep you long. Repeat. I won't keep you long. Sentence 254. It means the world to have you all here. Expressing deep emotional gratitude to your guests. Example. Putting your hand on your heart. It means the world to have you all here. Repeat. It means the world to have you all here. Sentence 255. A quick word of thanks. The casual opening for an informal speech. Example. Standing at the kitchen counter. A quick word of thanks. Repeat. A quick word of thanks. Sentence 256. To absent friends. The traditional, poignant toast remembering those who could not attend. Example. Lowering your voice, and finally, to absent friends. Repeat. To absent friends. Sentence 257. Let's drink to that. Enthusiastically agreeing with someone else's toast. Example. Raising your glass higher. Let's drink to that. Repeat. Let's drink to that. Sentence 258. Hear, hear. The classic British exclamation of agreement during a speech. Example. Banging the table slightly. Hear, hear. Repeat. Hear, hear. Sentence 259. Congratulations on the new house. A specific celebratory phrase for a housewarming. Example, handing over a plant. Congratulations on the new house. Repeat. Congratulations on the new house. Sentence 260. Many happy returns. The traditional, formal way to say happy birthday. Example, kissing their cheek. Many happy returns. Repeat. Many happy returns. Sentence 261. You haven't aged a day. The obligatory, flattering lie told at birthday parties. Example, laughing. Honestly, you haven't aged a day. Repeat. You haven't aged a day. Sentence 262. Let's cut the cake. The instruction that moves the party to the next phase. Example, finding a knife. All right, let's cut the cake. Repeat. Let's cut the cake. Sentence 263. Make a wish. The command given before the candles are blown out. Example, close your eyes, make a wish. Repeat. Make a wish. Sentence 264. This calls for a celebration. The justification for opening an expensive bottle of champagne. Example, you got the promotion? This calls for a celebration. Repeat. This calls for a celebration. Sentence 265. Let's pop the cork. The physical action of opening the champagne. Example, holding the bottle away. Let's pop the cork. Repeat. Let's pop the cork. Sentence 266. It's time for a speech. The crowd demanding words from the guest of honor. Example, clapping hands. It's time for a speech. Repeat. It's time for a speech. Sentence 267. Speech, speech, speech. The rhythmic chant to force someone to talk. Example, chanting with the crowd. Speech, speech, speech. Repeat. Speech, speech, speech. Sentence 268. Thank you for the wonderful surprise. Acknowledging a surprise party or gift. Example, looking around. Thank you for the wonderful surprise. Repeat. Thank you for the wonderful surprise. Sentence 269. Here's to making more memories. A sentimental toast focusing on the future. Example, clinking glasses. Here's to making more memories. Repeat. Here's to making more memories. Sentence 270. To the best friends anyone could ask for. The ultimate expression of love for your social circle. Example, looking at the table. To the best friends anyone could ask for. Repeat. To the best friends anyone could ask for. 270 phrases complete. Let us grab our coats and master the graceful goodbye. Category 10. The graceful goodbye. These final 30 phrases are the polite, warm, and efficient ways to exit a party without offending the host. Sentence 271. I think it's time for us to make a move. The classic, gentle announcement that you are leaving. Example, looking at your watch. I think it's time for us to make a move. Repeat. I think it's time for us to make a move. Sentence 272. We should probably hit the road. A casual idiom meaning it is time to travel home. Example, standing up. We should probably hit the road. Repeat, we should probably hit the road. Sentence 273. It's getting late. The universal, undeniable excuse for leaving any event. Example, sighing. It's getting late. We'd better go. Repeat, it's getting late. Sentence 274. I have an early start tomorrow. Reminding them of your responsibilities to justify an early exit. Example, I'm so sorry. I have an early start tomorrow. Repeat, I have an early start tomorrow. Sentence 275. The babysitter is waiting. The ultimate parental excuse to leave a party. Example, grabbing your bag. The babysitter is waiting. Repeat, the babysitter is waiting. Sentence 276. Thank you so much for a wonderful evening. The mandatory, heartfelt thanks to the host before you leave. Example, shaking their hand. Thank you so much for a wonderful evening. Repeat, thank you so much for a wonderful evening. Sentence 277. We'll just slip out the back. The famous Irish goodbye, leaving quietly without disrupting the party. Example, whispering to a friend, we'll just slip out the back. Repeat, we'll just slip out the back. Sentence 278. Don't get up. I can see myself out. Politely telling the host not to walk you to the door. Example, waving them down. Don't get up. I can see myself out. Repeat, don't get up. I can see myself out. Sentence 279. Let's get our coats. The physical signal to your partner that it is time to leave. Example, nodding toward the hallway. Let's get our coats. Repeat, let's get our coats. Sentence 280. It was lovely to meet you. The polite sign-off for the strangers you met that night. Example, waving to the new people. It was lovely to meet you. Repeat, it was lovely to meet you. Sentence 281. Safe journey home. The host wishing you a secure trip back. Example, opening the front door. Safe journey home. Repeat, safe journey home. Sentence 282. Text me when you get back. The maternal instruction ensuring your friends arrive safely. Example, hugging them. Text me when you get back. Repeat, text me when you get back. Sentence 283. We must do this again soon. The polite promise of future plans. Example, standing on the porch. We must do this again soon. Repeat, we must do this again soon. Sentence 284. I'll hold you to that. Playfully confirming that you expect them to follow through on the plans. Example, smiling. I'll hold you to that. Repeat, I'll hold you to that. Sentence 285. Next time, it's at our house. Taking on the hosting duties for the next gathering. Example, pointing to yourself. Next time, it's at our house. Repeat, next time, it's at our house. Sentence 286. Let me know if you need any help cleaning up tomorrow. A polite offer that is almost always refused. Example, looking at the messy kitchen. Let me know if you need any help cleaning up tomorrow. Repeat, let me know if you need any help cleaning up tomorrow. Sentence 287. Thank you for a beautiful meal. Specifically praising the food one last time. Example, putting on your coat. Thank you for a beautiful meal. Repeat, Thank you for a beautiful meal. Sentence 288. Have a great rest of the weekend. The standard sign-off for a Friday or Saturday night party. Example, waving from the car. Have a great rest of the weekend. Repeat. Have a great rest of the weekend. Sentence 289. Sorry, we have to rush off. Apologizing for an abrupt departure. Example, looking at the time. Sorry, we have to rush off. Repeat. Sorry, we have to rush off. Sentence 290. The taxi is waiting outside. Providing the physical reason you cannot stay any longer. Example, looking at your phone. The taxi is waiting outside. Repeat. The taxi is waiting outside. Sentence 291. Drive safely. The final warning from the host. Example, waving from the doorway. Drive safely. Repeat. Drive safely. Sentence 292. Take care. The short, warm, universal English goodbye. Example, hugging them. Take care. Repeat. Take care. Sentence 293. See you on Monday. The specific sign-off for colleagues. Example, shaking hands. See you on Monday. Repeat. See you on Monday. Sentence 294. Give my love to your family. A warm phrase to send affection to absent relatives. Example, waving. Give my love to your family. Repeat. Give my love to your family. Sentence 295. It's been an absolute pleasure. A formal, highly complimentary way to end the evening. Example, nodding deeply. It's been an absolute pleasure. Repeat. It's been an absolute pleasure. Sentence 296. Don't be a stranger. A friendly idiom demanding that they visit again soon. Example, smiling broadly. Don't be a stranger. Repeat. Don't be a stranger. Sentence 297. Catch you later. A highly casual, youthful goodbye for close friends. Example, walking away. Catch you later. Repeat. Catch you later. Sentence 298. Thanks for the invite. A casual, modern way of thanking the host. Example, zipping your jacket. Thanks for the invite. Repeat. Thanks for the invite. Sentence 299. Sweet dreams. The soft, sleepy goodbye when leaving late at night. Example, getting into the car. Sweet dreams. Repeat. Sweet dreams. Sentence 300. Good night. The final, definitive word. Example, closing the car door. Good night. Repeat. Good night. Closing. 300 sentences, 10 categories, and we have finally arrived at the end of this epic masterclass. Look at the absolute fortress of social vocabulary you have just built. You are no longer on the outside looking in. You now have the exact phrases native speakers use to welcome people, deflect arguments, celebrate victories, and gracefully say goodbye. The anxiety you feel at the thought of a dinner party will shrink every time you practice this lesson, because you are no longer relying on a textbook. You are relying on the living, breathing English language. The next time you are invited to an event, say yes. walk through the door, hand over the gift, and use your new voice. If this masterclass gave you the confidence you needed today, please subscribe to English in Moments and press the bell icon. Save this video, return to it before every major social event, and keep practicing. Thank you for trusting me with your time today. I am Elena. You are a brilliant social butterfly, and I will see you in the very next lesson.